Hello everybody and welcome back to 2 Point Museum. First off, right off the bat, I want to say thank you. This video here I think is coming out 2 weeks from when I'm recording it, 2 weeks after the last 2 Point Museum video. But both of those videos are now way more popular than I initially thought that they would, and I know that I've responded to literally hundreds of you all in the comments. I have been talking to a lot of you, and it's been amazing. Genuinely, it's been amazing. I did not expect that these videos would be as popular as they are. I'll try to put up on screen now, we even got a little shout out from the 2 Point team. That's amazing. So if you guys are watching that, or if you guys are watching this, thank you again. That's absolutely incredible. I did not expect, again, for these videos to kind of turn out the way that they did. I genuinely thought that, it was interesting enough to talk about my experiences in real world museums and kind of compare that to this game. I thought, it would do okay, probably around the same range that my other videos have gotten, but I'm really happy that it has absolutely blown up here. So yeah, I, again, cannot thank you all enough. If you are watching these videos though, and you are new to the channel, you are newly subscribed, you subscribed for this 2 Point Museum content, or content from me talking about my experience in museums, definitely check out my Prehistoric Kingdom content, because I talk about the museums that I've worked for in the past way more in those videos, because most of the museums that I have experience in have to do with prehistory, not dinosaur prehistory, but specifically regarding prehistoric mammals. So definitely give those a chance if you haven't watched those already. Even if you don't play the game, I try to approach these videos as if you guys are watching it and you have no experience in these games at all. Maybe you're somebody that is watching me build in 2 Point Museum and you don't have it yet. You want to find out if this game is for you. And I kind of am here to tell you that, yes, this game is in fact for you. This game is amazing, and so is Prehistoric Kingdom. So give all those videos a try if you haven't yet already. And I am so happy that you are here. But anyway, enough rambling around. What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about what we're actually doing here. So this is a different museum, and if you missed the last episode, the reason we are in this museum is because for some reason in the sandbox mode in 2 Point Museum, you have to do this so-called curator class that you can see in the sort of top right hand corner of the screen there. This curator class in the campaign makes sense. It basically means that you have to bounce back and forth between the different museums, have to learn their aspects, their story, all of that sort of stuff here. Here I am trying to place this fiddly trash can in this staff room. Again, the building in this game is a little fiddly at times, but it is still pretty decently good. But anyway, yeah, so you have to jump back and forth in the campaign, and you don't get a choice. That's it. But in Sandbox, I would think personally that in Sandbox, it would be a choice whether or not you wanted to actually jump back and forth. If I wanted to have like a miniature campaign, quote unquote, then, I could do that. But if I'm not given a choice and I have to do it, it kind of makes it suck a little bit. So again, 2 Point devs, if you guys are listening to this, this is nothing to bash the game in any way. I love this game. It's incredible. It's given me more views on any of my videos than any other game has so far. But I will say, just sort of an honest critique of the game, that I think you guys should consider patching this, or, adding an option into the game to, sort of make it so that in this sandbox here, you don't have to bounce back and forth to the different museums if you don't want to, but give people a choice if they do, because, you know, preferably in a sandbox, I would not like to do that. So yeah, and not having a choice, again, kind of sucks. But anyway, we are in Passwater Cove. This is the Aquarium Museum. And I want to actually use this video here to talk about living animals or aquariums inside museums. So technically, none of the museums that I have worked for in the past have had aquariums in them. I have aquariums in my personal life. You know, the name for this channel, Rogue Reefing, actually came from this channel started as a reefing channel, as a saltwater aquarium channel, and I do actually plan on releasing some of that content eventually here, since these are the videos that get the most views and the most likes. I will say it here in this video. Let me know your thoughts. Would you be interested in that? Are you someone who has aquariums at home as well? I have freshwater and saltwater aquariums, so I would be posting a little bit of the content of both of those, and it wouldn't mimic, you know, sort of the way that other YouTubers kind of do those videos here on YouTube. If you are in that community, you know what I mean. But sort of just like a showcase of what I have here at my house, some of the tips, tricks, you know, problems that they're facing, all that sort of stuff. I think it's really interesting, but again, let me know your thoughts in the comment here as well, or in the comments down below as well. I would love to hear from you all on your thoughts about uploading potentially aquarium content in the future on this channel. But yeah, so I love this museum because of that. And initially when I loaded up the game, this was the one across almost all of the channels that I watched, you know, Rudy Wren Camel, Simply Savannah, all of the other people that I love and adore here on YouTube, were playing this museum in their sandbox. This is where they started as their sort of quote unquote main museum. And don't get me wrong, I love this. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the feel of this museum. I love the exterior, that sort of Mediterranean vibe that it has. But I think that the layout of this museum is atrocious. And I think that expanding this museum past this initial building is so unbelievably hard. Obviously, it can be done. And, you know, that's part of the fun. That's part of the challenge here. But yeah, in my opinion, I would much rather play at the other one that we started this series on, which I think is called Memento Mile. But that's sort of the one that I would much rather play as my initial sort of main museum here. But yeah, so we're making this little gallery space here with the Wetlantian artifacts, trying to get, again, those buzz bonuses for all of the pieces, get them all up to level 5 decoration bonus. Helps guests be super interested in the exhibits, but also helps the exhibits, one, make more money, and also make the exhibits look a little bit better, make these galleries look a little bit better. It kind of encourages you to do that here, which I really, really like. Adding in a ton of security cameras. Even though this is a sandbox game, I do still have crime turned on. I know a lot of people have jumped into the sandbox here and they turn crime off because, frankly, in the campaign, it's a little excessive and it's actually quite hard to grapple with at times. But I left it on here just because I think it's a realistic element that if you take it away, the game would lack something for that aspect of it. But I turned it down to the lowest setting, so it's rare. As I'm saying that, it is still fairly common though. But yeah, we haven't sent out even a single expedition yet, just because these Wetlantian artifacts, these are the 3 that the game comes with right out of the gate here. And we're just trying to make this gallery here look as good as we possibly can, and the rest of the museum, just kind of setting this up. I'm going to talk more in the live play. I actually recorded that before this part here, but I talked more in the live play about how we're going to going forward, go and grab all of the pristine level exhibits, and then once I have all of those, then I'll record a video of the setting that up and making that gallery space, or that aquarium or whatever else it is here, just because I don't want to waste you all of your time in these videos. And yeah, so anyway, again, getting back to it, I'm kind of rambling here, but museums with live animals, with aquariums, are very, very rare. Some of my favorites, though, my absolute favorite museum of all time is the California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco. I visited that museum as a child, and it left such a large impact on my life. I never thought that I would work in museums as a kid, but going to that museum, going to the California Academy of Science, I was just so blown away that I did for a second think that, maybe this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Aside from that, another museum that is a lot closer to where I am here is the Florida Museum of Natural History at the University of Florida. So if you're a student watching this and you go to UF, go Gators. I'm not a Gator, but I guess go Gators. But that museum that you guys have there is truly something special, and I don't know how many of the students there actually sort of understand how special that museum is. It's amazing. That's actually where we got the Megalodon exhibit that I talked about in the last episode of this series here. That's who lent us that exhibit to the museum that I worked for, that we had the final run of show for that and all. But yeah, that museum, incredible. And they actually have a huge butterfly house, a huge butterfly pavilion there, where they do research and they grow different species of butterflies and moths and all different other sorts of winged insects, I believe. But yeah, super cool place. But again, California Academy of Science still holds the cake, in my opinion, as the top tier pinnacle museum of all time in the US, at least, for live animals, for live sort of quote unquote living displays. Now, and again, the museums that I worked for in the past, they didn't have any of those, but I did at one point have a aquarium on my desk, and that was the only thing that we had in that museum. I'll try to find a picture to throw up here on screen of that, but I had an aquarium on my desk for the longest time. I think it was about 2 years that I had it on my desk. A little nano saltwater aquarium, and it lived and thrived. But we got a new director about a year or 2 years later, and I had a feeling that things were going to change. And sure enough, that was the museum that I got laid off of a year later. And I broke down that tank about a year before I ended up getting laid off. So yeah, anyway, leaving that on a somber note, but I will see you all in the live play in just a second. Stay tuned for that. All right, so we're back here in the live play now, and I did some stuff off screen, so it might look a little different than in the speed build part. But yeah, this was where I kind of decided that I didn't know before recording those previous two videos how all of this would turn out, and I recorded that speed build part a couple of weeks ago, back when I recorded the other two videos there. And so first off, wow, I can't believe that those two videos did as well as they did, and I know I'm probably going to talk about that again in the voiceover for the speed build, but I, again, just thank you. I cannot thank you all enough for all the support. It's absolutely insane to me. But yeah, I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get in here and talk about some of the stuff that we did. So first off here, this little enclosure, this little what's it called, aquarium here. This was a nice build. We have 2 clownfish in here that we can see. We have one of these, what are they called, a Picasso fish, painted fish. They're sort of in the Picasso style here, in that what's it called, cubist. If anybody knows off the top of their hand, let me know in the comments what that is. But yeah, I think it's cubist. And then we have one of these floating fish here, or a puffer fish, or a porcupine fish. It's kind of hard to tell, of course, in the 2-point style, but a porcupine fish or a puffer fish look pretty similar, more so. And this here actually brings me to a good point. So if you all don't know about the egg cup here, I have one in both of these tanks. Oh, wow, this tank is dirty, disgusting. Because I need a higher level filter in there. Good to know. Good to know that these tanks here can get absolutely disgustingly green with algae. This is not planned, by the way, but this little baby shark right here, this little baby bull shark, we are actually going to put him in our inventory. So again, these egg cups here, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with it, this is how you actually breed fish in this game. And I guess we do have enough capacity for them to breed, a couple of babies in here. But this one here, I put an egg cup in this aquarium, but we don't actually have enough room for any baby fish to be in here. So I might take that out and just, cover that up with more decorations there to make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, so I really like how this museum turned out. Again, I'm still not a fan of the curator class in the sandbox mode. I wish that we actually had a real sandbox mode, but I know I talked about that last video. So what we're going to do from here on out for the next videos is we're going to, or I'm going to rather, gather up all of the pristine level exhibits that I can, and we're going to jump back into that main museum, and I'm going to build out different exhibits, different exhibitions there for that main museum as we, again, go out and get all of these pristine artifacts there from the various expeditions. And we'll build out those exhibits in that other museum. I don't know if I will be recording many of these other museums, because like this gallery here, I want to bring this to the other museum. I want this to be, sort of in that main museum here. Again, I'm not a fan of having to jump back and forth. I understand why they did it, but yeah, it is kind of a weird design choice for Sandbox. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like or thumbs up or whatever other YouTubers say out there. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to spend watching this video. There's a million things you could have been doing, and you chose to spend a little bit of that time here with me. And check out building this little aquarium museum here / museum. Yeah, I again really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all of the support and love that those previous 2 videos in this series have gotten. I just absolutely can't believe it. So if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing if you like this content. Let me know down below if you all want me to continue in these other museums. Let me know if you want to see, sort of my approach to building it. Let me know if we should just scrap this and go straight back into the campaign and sort of, restart there. Or even, option 3, I guess, pick back up where I left off in my personal playthrough of the campaign. Maybe do a tour episode and then go through and kind of scrap it after that, delete the buildings and start fresh. I don't know. Let me know what you all think in the comments, and we'll think about doing something like that. So yeah, again, I'll quit rambling. Thank you for watching. Again, I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care for now.